Good morning. Great to see you all. Welcome to our another live session. It's been a while since I've seen you guys. So if you're here watching me, say hi. Good morning as well. Apologies. This morning there was some technical difficulties. So that's why I had to ask you to bear with me for another 15 minutes. So guys, if you're here, just say hi so that I know that you are listening to me, and let's start our live session. Morning, Diana. I see few of you guys have already joined me this morning. We'll just wait for another few seconds or another few minutes so that we can actually see everyone. It's better to have everyone on board before we go on to the full video session today. Can you guys hear me properly? I'm not sure whether. Morning, guys. Morning, Preet. Hi, Honey George. Good morning, Tony. Good to see you, my friend. Tony is one of my closest friends. He and myself, we both studied together. Good to see you, Tony. Friends, hi. Jijo, good morning. Hi, Da. How are you doing? I hope you guys are doing good. I hope everybody's safe and sound. Unfortunately, many of you guys have gone through a rough patch. Everyone has actually been going through a rough patch. Anyways, we all are coming out of it. For last many months and weeks, we all had to listen to the government guidelines and follow it. And thankfully, the result of that has actually resulted us to move to the second phase, so which I'm going to talk about this morning. So today's topic, guys, yes, we'll move ahead. There's a few more people joining, anyways. We'll welcome them in later on. So today's topic is Ireland is actually moving into the second phase of reopening. So that's one of the biggest topics which I want to talk about. Second thing is certain colleges in Ireland is going to accept OET for student visa. So if you're planning to come here to study study your post BSc or masters in nursing, certain colleges in Ireland is actually accepting OET results. Previously, they used to accept only IELTS and PTE. Now they are accepting OET, which I will talk in much detail later on. Third topic I want to talk about is OET from home. Is it a good or a bad option? I have made a video regarding it, but I want to break it down a little further. The fourth topic I want to talk about is student visa and its criteria. Is it a good thing in 2020, especially during the COVID situation? Is it a good thing, or is it a good option for you? The next topic I want to talk about is aptitude tests and its bookings. Is it still available? What's the story? There's so many people coming and commenting through messenger and messages. So I want to give a bit of clarity on it. And finally, I want to talk about COVID updates. And guys, I don't want this session to be monotonous. I would love to actually engage with you. So please ask your questions. Please shoot your comments or questions as we go through the video, and I will read out your questions and try to answer them through this live session. So let's move to the Ireland's second phase, which is, guys, things. Let's say it this way: Ireland's overall cases is only like around 25,000 cases, and it has done a tremendous job. Citizens in Ireland has actually done a tremendous job maintaining good bit of social distancing, as well as people are very responsible when they not only social distancing, when they're going out, they're using sanitizers, they're practicing all these infection control guidelines, which was put forward by the NHPET. So National Public Health team, whatever recommendations they were actually saying, all these citizens were actually following, and that actually dramatically reduced the amount of community transmissions. I have to say now, on a given day, there will be like 20 or 30 cases, but it is very much controlled. And Taoiseach, that's the Prime Minister of Ireland, yesterday he came live and he addressed the nation. He said, we are going to phase two of lifting COVID-19 restrictions, which is going to happen this Monday on 8th of June. So there are certain things what he has pointed out, which I want to read it out for you guys. So from Monday 8th of June, it's going to we are going to the phase two. the first thing is previously there was 5 kilometer restrictions. So from last couple of weeks, we were only allowed to travel around 5 kilometers around the house. We were not supposed to travel unnecessary travel to any other places. So if you are a healthcare worker and you're working in a different county or a different place, you can go, but it has to be a valid reason. But now, yeah, still it still remains the same, but the 5 kilometer radius they have actually changed it to 20 kilometers. So you can actually travel within your county or up to 20 kilometers. Also, from end of June, they're expecting, if things are better like this, by end of June, travel ban what they have currently, they're going to lift the travel ban. And another thing is they're going to, previously, when I if you guys are following me, you know that I said that there are 5 phases initially, but now Taoiseach and the whole HSE and all the NPHD, all this crowd, HSPC, all these guys recognize that we are doing extremely well, and they're going to cut short those phases into 4 phases. So as I said, the newer restrictions will be shops will be starting to open, small retailers will be able to operate. 6 people group. I'm just reading it out what I wrote it down. It's hard to remember everything, anyways. So 6 people group is allowed. So you can actually meet your friends outside in an open space, and up to 6 people is allowed. There is a dedicated. So if it's any person over 70 years, there is a dedicated elderly hours for shopping. So if an elderly person wants to do a bit of shopping, there is a dedicated elderly hours. Retail shops as well as stores can open from Monday. Public library can open. Outdoor play area, etc., can open. Shopping centers will be operating from 15th of June, 15th of June only. And people, we have to understand this. People, those who are sorry guys, just 1 second there. People, oh sorry. So saying people those who are traveling from different nations, different countries, coming to Ireland, have to definitely self-isolate. As I mentioned in my previous video, if any person is traveling, if you're traveling from India, Philippines, or Middle East, South Africa, anywhere, and you're coming to Ireland for work purposes or travel purposes or tourist visa, doesn't matter, you have to self-isolate for 14 days. So as soon as you enter the airport authorities will give you a form called passenger locator form. That basically is, that form is to locate you as a passenger, where, so you came through a high risk area, you came to Ireland, and you'll be given this locator form. You have to fill in your address and everything. If you want to know about it, I'll place a link about that passenger locator form and everything after this video. So just go and check it out. It's a simple form designed by the health authorities. So you need to fill it in, and you basically have to submit it. The basic understanding behind this is to contact tracing. So we need to know, or the government needs to know, that you're going from A to B only, and you're staying 14 days isolating. You'll be contacted by the community health every single day to make sure that you're safe and your friends and family is safe. So that is a quick update regarding Ireland second phase. So let's go through the messages. Let me see who all is here. Prince says hi. Jijo says hi. Walter says hi, bro. Good to see you. Preet, yes. Sapna, hi, SREE. Prince says loud and clear. Thanks again, Prince. Binu says hi. CG says hi. So Swapna has a message. Is there any chance to get DL extended? Mine expires in September 30th. I'm still in Kuwait. Could not go back to India. Please reply. So Swapna, there might be a possibility. It's, as I mentioned in my previous videos, there might be a possibility. You need to contact. It's a case-to-case basis. So let's say COVID situation has affected all of us, but that doesn't say that it will be automatically extended. So what you need to do is basically contact NMBI through an email, quick email, or you can ring them, because NMBI is still accepting phone calls. If you are worried, why wait? Just ring them and say to them that the question what you asked me, definitely it's again case to case basis. It's not going to go automatically. So if you are a DL holder, don't expect that it will be automatically extended. If they're going to automatically extend, they will be updating in the NMBI website. So I'll be keeping a close eye on that, on the newsletters as well as new updates coming through. So now if there's any updates coming, definitely I will be creating a video. So please stay tuned, follow our live sessions as well as follow our videos. But what I have to say is, currently, as it's standing now, there is no automatic what do you call extension of decision letter. It's the candidate has to contact an MBA, explain your situation, and hopefully they will extend. Kirtana says hello. Preet says, "Sir, when will courier service restart?" Preet, the courier services are active in Ireland for last many months. I'm ordering things through Amazon and different different online websites. Yes, I am getting couriers at my door on a regular basis. Post is operating as normal. Thankfully, postal services, courier services, all these delivery services are active. So do not think things are slow in Ireland. It is actually active, because when you compare to Ireland to other countries, thankfully, if you compare even to the neighboring country, to UK as well, you will understand how well Ireland has actually managed to keep this pandemic at a bay. Even the amount of community transmissions, even the amount of overall transmissions. Guys, Ireland and Irish citizens have done extremely great job to be sensible as well as to follow all the health guidelines. So yes, I have to say things are pretty much normal here. People are walking around, people are going to the beaches, but again, maintaining that social distancing and maintaining the traditional infection control guidelines. So, and also services are slowly resuming. GB says hi, Honey George says, "Hi sir, got my DL last month. Is there a vacancy to HSC now? Could you please help me?" Honey, unfortunately, there is no, there are vacancies. There are vacancies for people. If you are following my videos, you will know there are currently a lot of vacancies. Let it be for HSE or private sector or nursing homes or hospitals. There's a lot of vacancies. But unfortunately, due to the current restrictions, things are slow. Just things are slow. So you have to wait for another few more weeks, because it will start to pick up. If you look at I'll link the second phase details, gov.ie, that's the website. So I'll be linking that information in this description. Just go to it and read through it. You will see how Ireland is going to reopen phase 3 or phase 4. So hopefully by phase 3 or phase 4, HSE or other sort of employers will be willing to bring overseas candidates. Currently, what they're looking at is candidates within the country. For us, we have a lot of vacancies. If you look at the Hirehood website, you will see we have a lot of vacancies, and our vacancies are for candidates who have full NMBI PIN number, or they're already, or if people those who are with DL, they're already in the country. It's much easier. Otherwise, people overseas, unfortunately, it's not the right option at the moment. Employers are choosing to stay within the local what you call workforce. Charles says, "Please tell about OET score related to student visa." Yes, Charles, I'll be addressing your question with Walter's, because Walter has a very good, very long question which I will be asking, which I will be answering. So let's go to Walter's question. Bro, 1 year ago you said it's not worth to come to Ireland to pursue post-BSc to get a job as a nurse because part-time salary won't be able to pay for the rent. Currently, my registration is on process with an MBI and awaiting DL. Whether I come to Ireland to get a job after completion of post-BSc, should I need to write again? Is there an age limit? Today I contact her as well. Kindly clarify. Thank you. Walter, that's 1 year ago. Things have changed, my friend. Things have dramatically changed. What today's live session is about today and yesterday. It's not going to predict what's the future. You have to understand, every single people have to understand. When we say something, when a video is created, that's in a past tense. So let's not go by what's been said a year ago. I made it very clearly that if you're coming here to do post-BSc and thinking that you're going to stay here as a student forever, you're not going to make much money. That's your focus should be, you come in here, you need to get cheap accommodation, and thankfully the colleges what Hirehood works with offers free accommodation. We are doing as a package. So if you're coming here, you'll be offered at cheap college rates, as well as you'll be offered free accommodation as well. And then, so that's why you will be able to save some money. If you're coming in on a post-BSc, let's say from any other agency, and you're going on to pursue your post-BSc, let's say you go and find a part-time job. the bigger part of your money should be paid towards the rent. You have to understand. That's why it is very crucial, if you get an accommodation along with your studies for free, that's what it counts. So you can still make money. You will make money if you have a free accommodation. Currently with Hirehood, we are so fortunate, we have exclusive deal with a couple of colleges, and our colleges offer free accommodation for our candidates. It's not every agency is not doing that. We are doing it. Our package includes everything. So if you are planning to come in here for student visa, you will be able to what you call stay for free, as well as work maybe part time or full time depending on the job what you're offered. So let me say about go through your question again. Currently, your registration is on process and MBA and awaiting DL. I have to say, Walter, I had students, those who came in here, those who hold a decision letter, because think it this way. A few minutes ago, I answered Honey's or someone's message there. They were actually asking, with the DL, it's going to expire. How are they going to extend? So employers are not interested from to bring in overseas nurse at the moment. So if you are, I have a lot of candidates in Ireland. Those who are on a student visa, they come in here with decision letter or without decision letter. They come in here and they study post BSc or masters in nursing. During that process, we assist them. We assist the candidates to actually attend interviews and start their NMBI processing. As soon as they get their decision letter or they get their PIN number, they're easily placed because they're in the country. It's extremely hard if you're actually a candidate with the decision letter. Maybe at this moment, it is extremely hard if you're actually if you're actually overseas. So it will definitely help you out if you're here. Otherwise, after the completion of post PhD, should I need to write OET again? No, you don't have to. If you have, think it this way, guys. OET or IELTS is only valid till you get your NMBI decision letter. So once you get your decision letter, you can throw that paper away. Because that decision letter is the next step. So let's say your first step. Think it this way: your 10th certificate, is it still needed when you're actually in your final years of nursing? It is still needed. You just keep it there, but it doesn't. Your employers won't be looking for the 10th certificate. Most of the times. So similarly, if you pass your OET, you have decision letter. What you have to do is basically keep it. You don't need to sit down and write for another test. You basically can carry on with the OET because you have a decision letter. The next step is basically for you to apply for aptitude or an application program, and what do you call, and you get your PIN number. And the next thing is there an age limit? Let's say realistically 42 to 43 years is what the age limit the colleges are advising us, because they want to see. The reason is they want to see when you're applying for this visa process as well. They want to see a realistic age group. So 42 43 years is the actual age group. Anu Nitana said, "Hi sir, currently I'm working in Qatar maternity unit. Many agency told me as I'm not a midwife, difficult to get a job. You know, things people will tell different things. What I have to say, just don't lose your hope. Just make sure that you get yourself registered. Yes, you are not a midwife. You might be working in a maternity unit or a maternity hospital. In Ireland, you have to be an RMN, which is a registered midwifery nursing. So if you are a maternity nurse, then only you'll be getting a maternity positions in Ireland. Otherwise, you're just a general nurse. So do not be heartbroken. You just basically get yourself study OET, get yourself decision letter, and hopefully you will be soon you will be finding a good employers. Jinsi says, I'm a DL holder from an MBA on January. I find difficult to get an interview. Yes, it is currently a difficult position. We all are in Jinsi. Unfortunately, employers, as I mentioned, they're looking. There's a lot of jobs. There's maybe a couple of hundreds of vacancies around Ireland, but I have to say it is extremely hard at the moment. Soon it'll lift when, let's say, in next 1 or 2 months, slowly the travel ban is lifted, the visa processing will be at full swing. Then let's say that's the time when employers will be willing. At the moment, no one can predict how or when a candidate they can bring them in. Unfortunately, the situation in different countries is like that. People are waiting for weeks and weeks and months for just a single flight tickets. So I have to say, people, many, like hundreds of people are stranded or stuck in different countries because they're not able to come back. They might be working in Ireland, they are not able to come back, they're stuck in a different country. I got a message 2 days ago, and he is a nurse from Kerry. He is stuck in India with his wife, and he was asking some inquiries about the visa process, to come back and everything. So there are so many people, those who are actually stuck in different countries, unable to get back. So think about, they have valid visa, they can't travel. So think about, if you are a new decision letter holder, at the moment, employers are not willing to actually wait till then, because there is an immediate need at the moment. So let's go through the rest of the messages here. There's so many people writing a lot of messages. So I hope that clears your mind. But Jinsi, as I said, just wait for another few more weeks, or maybe a month or two. Things will pick up soon. Roshni says, what is the possibility of getting visa when applying for spouse if international travel starts? Roshni, I didn't get your question clearly. What is the possibility of getting a visa when applying for a spouse if international starts again? When international travel starts again, everything comes to normal. Like, you can apply for the spousal visa, and all the other criteria remains the same. There is no other changes. So if you are asking about a question that you want to bring your spouse, and the spouse is actually spouse needs a visa, if the international travels begins again, the visas and embassies and every other all these agencies will be open. So everything will come to a normality. That's what I could say at the moment. Honey says, hi, sir, is it possible to change nursing homes to HC after 1 or 2 years? Absolutely. Honey, don't be fixated. Don't be fixated thinking about HSC, or don't be fixated thinking about hospitals. I have to say, when you come to Ireland or to UK, both situations are the same. Um, Nursing homes have a tremendous sort of, what do you call, quality, when or similar quality when compared to a private hospital or a HSE. So don't be fixated with that. That you're a nursing home, you're going to work in a nursing home. This is not exactly how it is in different parts of the world. In here, if you have to see certain nursing homes, they look like 5-star or 7-star hotels. So if you are offered a job, I have to say, if you are offered a job to actually work in any nursing home sector, please grab that opportunity, because the opportunity doesn't wait for you. It'll be going straight away to the next person. So if you get a job, you grab that opportunity, fly, come here, work for 2 years. You have to work for a minimum of 2 years with your current employer. So once you come in, so think that I'm an employer and I get your visa, I get you in to Ireland, and you have to stay with me for a minimum of 2 years. After 2 years, you'll get something called stamp 4. You can actually straight away get your what do you call it, get your stamp 4, and you can start looking for other employers. So minimum of 2 years. That's like a contract that you have to maintain with an employer. But again, there are exceptions. Like if somebody wants to move and the employer doesn't have X amount of hours, there is always a possibility that you can move within a year. But it's good that an employer is putting that much effort to actually bring you in. It's an expensive thing to bring an overseas nurse. So I have to say, just stay for 2 years, find an employer, maybe a nursing home or a private hospital. Then you can always move around. Preet says, Sri, sir, after receiving DL, what is the time limit to go for adaptation and aptitude test? Who will pay for adaptation or aptitude test, by us or by the employer? Let's say, Preet, that's a brilliant question. I have to say, after receiving your DL, you have 1 year. You have literally 1 year. You have to go in. Within that 1 year, you need to either do your adaptation program or aptitude test. I think that's clear for you now. So there are two options. I would say there are three options. One is, an employer is interested in your profile and you did your interview and they say, okay, Preet, I want to offer you a job and I will pay for your aptitude or adaptation program. That's option number one. The second option is, no, that you are offered a job and employer doesn't want to pay. Employer doesn't want to pay for adaptation or aptitude test. They will ask you to pay. That's the second option. The third option is, you don't need an employer. You don't need an employer to do aptitude tests. You can come here on an exam visa, and pay it, at that time, exam visa, the exam fees, your stay, your travel, everything will be paid by you. So those are three options that we have. So it's up to you what you can afford. It's up to the individual what you can afford. But if you're able to afford a certain money, guys, I would say, if you're worried about your decision letter expiry and everything, go for the exam visa. If you can spend like 4,500 to 5,000 euro, because definitely it's going to cost that much. Because if you look at it, 2,800 euro is the exam fees. That's the exam fees. First one. Second thing is for your flight tickets. It's almost like 800, 900 euro to and fro. And the visa processing will cost you around 150, 200 euro or something like that. Then you have, as soon as you come in, you have to have accommodation, and accommodation. Food is another thing. You need to be, going from your house to the exam center, and that happens within a span of 3 to 4 weeks. So you'll get a two or a short term visa for 3 to 4 weeks. So that's an option. It'll cost you around 4,500 to 5,000 euro approximately. I'm not giving the right figures. Approximately, it'll cost you. So if you can digest that much of money, it's a good option. So let's move on to another question. Says Ravi, hi, how's you? What's the OET score for student visas? Brilliant question, Ravi. So currently, few of our colleges, and I have to say, it's only few colleges in Ireland, those who accept OET scores. It's not every colleges. So I have to say is I might have got maybe 200 messages since yesterday that I've made a post saying OET accepted for student visa. Yes, it is accepted. OET scores of C or C plus, C or more, not D or E or anything like that. OETC, because the colleges what we work with, it has to be in line with the college IELTS or English language requirements. So if you're going to Cork University Hospital or IIT Tralee or Limerick IT or there's GMIT, there's lots of colleges. If you go into one particular college, you could see the language requirements. In that language requirements, they have like every colleges have different language requirements. Some colleges will say IELTS 5.5, some will say IELTS 6, and some will say IELTS 6.5. Some of them have crazy, language requirements. So your OET score should match what their IELTS score is. So with our colleges that we work with, our colleges are accepting OET-C or above, not OET-D or OET-E or anything like that. OET-C is like a benchmark. You have to score anything over OET-C. Okay, so that's the actual OET scores. Let's move to our next question. Ashwini says, hello sir, I'm fresher, I have no clinical experience, but I got required OET grades for registration. Should I start my MBA process, or I need experience at all? Unfortunately, you will need experience, and you'll need minimum of 1 year experience. That's the minimum requirement. So if you are a fresher, I would say gain some experience, gain a minimum of a year experience, then you go and do your MBA registration process. And I have to say, congratulations, you're a fresher out of college, that you got your OET scores. Well done. And I have to say that that it's a tremendous thing that you're right on the path. Okay, so the only thing that you need now is to go and get your 1 year experience. As soon as you get your 1 year experience, start your NMBI processing, and then you either an MBI or an MC. The world is your playground. I think I was saying to one of the people, is world is your playground. Walter says, thank you for answering my questions, bro. You're doing an amazing job. Well done. Thanks, Walter. Thanks for actually asking such a brilliant questions. I know there's a lot of questions you guys have, and unfortunately, I'm not able to message every single question. That's the reason which I'm coming live. Faith says, hi, I'm doing good, Faith. Anu says, I'm holding an MBA decision letter going to expire in January. I've already answered your question, Anu. So please contact your NMBI directly regarding the expiry and everything. Sarit says, hi brother, hi Sarit, hope you're doing good. Lena says, I got selected in HCC, Hospital Ireland, all paperwork completed, by offer letter remaining, but my decision letter valid up to July, so what can I do? Further, DL can be extended. Option is there. Yes, you can. You can actually talk to the NMBI, explain your situation, and hopefully they will, as I mentioned, they will extend the DL going forward. Another thing, guys. Another question is, Ashwini says, what about MSc program in Ireland? So MSc, let it be MSc or BSc, post BSc, the course duration is only for 1 year. So if you want to come in here, the course duration is only for 1 year, and during that period you can work up to 20 hours. It's a full-time course. So let's say Monday to Friday you have your college, Saturday Sunday you're free. You can work up to 20 hours in your during your college time. And when you're during your holiday period, or during your stay back. So if you're doing post BSc, you'll only get 1 year. You'll only get 1 year stay back. If you're actually doing masters in nursing, you'll get 2 years stay back. So 1 year stay back for post BSc and 2 years stay back. During your stay back or during your holiday period, you can work up to 40 hours. So you can do the math, you can do the calculation. Here in Ireland, if you do any job, let it be a healthcare assistant, or let it be you're working in a shop or a pub or a petrol station, wherever you're working, you have to be paid €10 10 cents. I think that's the minimum wage. So you can calculate €10 something into 40 hours per week during your holiday period or your stay back period into €40, 40. So that will be 400 per week. So in a month you will be earning around €1,600. So you can do the calculation over 12 months how much you are going to get, and then out of that you can calculate in your own money whether it's worth or not. So just I have created a good video based on the actual calculations and everything. Just go and watch it. I'll place the link in the description later on. So it is a very good option, MSc nursing. So people those who come in here to do post BSc or MSc nursing, they come in here, they might have already a decision letter, or are in the process of an MBA processing, or they come in here and they do OET or IELTS, they pass the IELTS or OET, and then they start their processing. Rima says, hello sir, can you suggest me some agencies who can provide assistance for an MBA processing? Unfortunately, Rima, I won't be able to suggest any agencies for an MBA registration. Guys, why do you need an agency? It's so simple. It is pretty simple. You basically have to apply for an application pack. Why do you want to spend like 25, 30,000 rupees or whatever price they're charging? I don't know. But what I have to say is, why do you need it when you can do it? You are a professional, Rima. You are a professional. Just go to an MBA website and look online. Look at the FAQs, frequently asked questions. People like yourself, people like myself had so many questions. We asked so many questions to an MBA, and an MBA has just created a FAQ section for us. If you have any queries, email them or ring them. You don't need an agency to actually do your NMBA processing. It's pretty basic. So you just go in, download download the form for an application pack, pay the money, and basically wait for the application pack. It'll come in. It'll be like 3 or 4 sections. It's self-explanatory. So section A will be for you to actually. It's like filling a self-declaration form. Section B will be from your recent employer. Section C, you have to send it to your college. Section D to the nursing council where you studied. All this, after getting all these informations, it has to be sent back to the NMBI, and they will assess everything and they will issue you a decision letter. It's a pretty simple process, but it's a lengthier process. It'll take anything between 3 to 4 months from the beginning till you get your DL, and it can vary because things might change due to the COVID situation. Walter says again after DL from an MBA, can I come to Ireland and do post BSc nursing after completing the course? Should I need to book aptitude test immediately? When will be the student take for 2021? So Walter, yes, you after getting DL, yes, you can. You can come here. The next intake for post BSc is in January. So the next course starts on first week of January. So you have to be here by end of December or the first week of January itself. And so you come in here, and after completion of your course, you can book the aptitude test, or during your course when you're studying, because aptitude tests are carried out especially on a weekend, especially Saturdays, I think. So during your course itself, we will guide you when to book and how to book and all those kind of procedures. So basically, if you are interested, or if anybody's interested for student visa, just contact me privately. I'll send you the application form. Just read through it, fill it in, send it back. It's absolutely free. You just put forward all your application. If you get selected, then only you worry about paying, or then only the college will explain about the process. So I want to talk about the student visa side of it, guys. It is a very simple process. Do not overthink. Everything is simple if you know what you're doing. Okay, so let's say about student visa. Like what I said to Rima, everything is simple. NMBA processing is simple if you know what you're doing. Same thing, student visa processing is extremely simple if you know what you're doing. So the first thing is you have to have English language requirements. You have to meet those English language requirements. Let it be IELTS, OET, PTE. PT scores is 40 to 43, IELTS scores is 5.5, individual scores and overall of 6, and OET is OETC or above. So if you have those scores, the next thing is you basically contact us. We send you a college application form. So the college application form, you have to fill it in. You just have to fill it in and send your documents. Send your documents through, like your 10th and +2, those kind of mark sheets, and nursing mark sheets, your nursing transcript, your experience letter. All these things you have to submit with the application form. Once you submit all these, we will submit all these documents on your behalf to the college. So the college will assess everything, and you have to understand you can't come here on a student visa if you don't have 1 year minimum working experience. So if you're a fresher out of college, you can't do that. You have to have 1 year minimum work experience. Let it be for a post BSc or an MSc nursing course. So as soon as you come in, as soon as you submit your documentations, college will assess all your documents, and they will give you something called a partial or a conditional offer letter. In the conditional offer letter, they will clearly outline what is the fees, when it has to be paid, and what are the documents which they need, or which they need from you. So if you go through all the criteria, the fees has to be paid directly to the college, and all these documents and whatever requested, it has to be submitted directly to the college. So once you do that, they will offer you something called a full offer letter. That's when you get a full offer letter, that means you have paid your fees and everything, submitted all the documents, college is happy enough, and they offer you a full offer full offer letter. Then we start the visa processing. The visa processing is pretty simple. You have to start your visa processing. You have to submit there's a hell lot of documents when it comes to visa processing. We do help with that. So you just what you do is you basically submit the visa, and it takes 3 to 4 weeks for the visa to come through. And once you get the visa, you get your plane tickets. The next thing is you can fly. That's the actual whole process. Whew. I hope you guys understood. If not, I'll be posting this live video again in YouTube as well as Facebook, so you could watch this exact session, guys. I said everything in one breath, but I hope you guys understood. Jyoti says, hi sir, validity of OET matters for student visas. Yes, indeed. You have to have minimum of, it should be valid. When you're applying for it, when you get your, your offer letter, the validity of OET matters till you get your offer letter. Okay. Priest says, sir, for how many years job is offered by employer, like in US, UK for 3 years? So this, when you come in from overseas, the job you'll be offered is up to 2 years. So initial employment contract or visa, or the first initial job will be offered for 2 years. And once you come in here, so you're coming here on a stamp 1. You come in here on a stamp 1, within 2 years, you will be moved from stamp 1 to stamp 4. So stamp 4 means you can work any employers or any amount of multiple employers you can approach. Stamp 1, you have to stay with that employer for minimum of 2 years. So as soon as you get your first job offer, it will be definitely for 2 years. And Jita says, hi sir, I cleared OET TL from NMBA in January. I already contacted her through email and messenger. Unfortunately, I didn't get reply. Jita, as I mentioned, we are getting tremendous amount of emails, unfortunately, and I have to apologize, guys. It is the amount of people approaching us, and different agencies is not real, and we don't have a current vacancy for an overseas nurse. So it will take another few more weeks. Just stay tuned. As I mentioned to all the other previous our followers, just saying that just wait, because employers are not willing to take any candidates from overseas at the moment. things are going to change because we are moving to Ireland phase 2, and I hope by phase 3 or phase 4 things will come to some sort of normality. At that time, maybe employers will be willing to bring an overseas nurse, and at that time only I can help you. Jita, I don't want to actually waste your time, or we don't want to waste your time, that we don't give false promises. We will give you absolutely right guidelines, right information. We don't want to hold you for another 6 months. You'll be, it's better if you find another employer, another agency, or another way. Just go by it, because I don't want a single candidate to actually wait because, or waste. I don't want them to be wasting their time because of us. It's very, very crucial that your time is very important. So if you get another employer or any other agency, or if you can find an employment on your own, you can. Hundreds of people are contacting Hirehood, and most of the time, majority of times, we are able to straight away place them, because the actual requirement for an employer is that we work with actual requirement of an employer. Anyways, so let's move to the next one. Yeshu says, hi sir, after doing MSc in Ireland, we need to write IELTS or OET for Ireland to work in Ireland. Yes, indeed, Yeshu. I've created a beautiful, I've created a video regarding the same, several videos. So I'll place that in the link here. Or you could check in our YouTube channel, Hirehood. You could see exactly that, yes, you're coming here to study, and you have to go back within the 2 years. So if you're coming here for MSc nursing, you'll get total 3 years to stay back. That's first year you have to do studying, 2 years you will get to stay back. During that period, you have to rewrite IELTS or OET. If you get IELTS or OET, and then the desired scores, what an MBA is looking for, definitely that's enough. That then you can register as an RN. But like Walter, for example, he already has appropriate scores. He is already applying through an MBI. He's waiting for his decision letter. That's a different story, because he doesn't need to have, or he doesn't need to hold a valid OET, because he already got DL. If you don't have a decision letter and you're just having basic scores for studying, unfortunately, my friend, when you finish your studies or during your studies, you can apply for OET. If you pass your OET, you can start applying for an MBA processing. Walter says, okay, bro, thank you very much. Completely relaxed and clarifying my doubts. And thanks again, Walter. Good to hear a lot of questions from you guys. Denny says, hi, sir. Let me know the recruitment trends in upcoming months. DL holder searching for employer. Denny, upcoming months, things are going to change. That's my personal, what do you call, I'm just kind of what we see and what we feel is currently there's massive shortage of massive shortage of candidates, and there's lots of jobs available. Employers are struggling to find good quality candidates from the country. So initially, as I mentioned always, every time the employers will look for local candidates, and unfortunately with the situations how it's happening, there's very limited amount of people those were actually available in the local market. If they're not able to find local market, then that's when next few months we expect the biggest employers as well as the nursing homes, HSE, will start overseas recruitment. So let's wait, and I'm also waiting like you guys. I want you guys to be here and find yourself a good job and good future. So what I have to say is, like, it's not only Ireland, same in UK and other countries. All the countries are actually stopping their overseas recruitment at the moment. Hopefully, in the next few months, things will change, my friend. Preet says, thank you, sir, for answering all my questions. Thank you, Preet, for asking beautiful questions like that. But I couldn't pronounce your name, and I don't want to offend you. Is it difficult to get a job when you have the DL? I've answered the question already. Please listen to that, and I hope you might have listened. Or you can play. I don't want to repeat our conversations again. Jita says, okay, sir, thank you for your reply. Ashwini says, are there benefits for doing MSc for Ireland? Are there benefits of doing MSc in India or MSc in Qatar or any other countries? It's exactly the same. MSc is Masters in Nursing. There is no, what is the benefits? Benefits are the same. You hold a Masters in Nursing. So that is plain and simple, as I could say. It is what it is. The course is what it is. So basically, it's exactly as you do from another country. The benefit of it is you can do masters in nursing in just 1 year. It's a full-time course. If you're doing masters in India, you have to study for 2 years. You have to basically spend 2 years of your life studying masters in nursing. But in India, in Ireland, the benefits of doing is you can get your masters in nursing just for 1 year. It is intense program. You have to study. There's no messing. You have to study, and you can finish your training within a year. So, guys, I want to go to our next information regarding aptitude test dates and bookings. And I have to say, aptitude test dates are still available. You can go to RCSI's website and book it yourself, or if you need any assistance, you can contact us. It's pretty much straightforward. It is very simple, guys. Aptitude test booking. You just create a profile, same like you're creating a profile in a Facebook or any other social media. Sorry, so social media. So basically, you just have to book the test dates, pay the fees, and automatically you'll be talking to the RCSI directly. They will email you, and they would say about when is the next test dates available, and you have to pay the fees. It is 2,800 euros, so you have to pay from your bank account directly. So it is a pretty much straightforward, pretty self-explanatory. Go to RCSI website. The test dates, I think, is in end of August. So if you're having a distant letter and you're looking for a test date, I think the latest test date is around August, end of August. So the bookings are pretty simple. It's self-explanatory. You can do it yourself, or we could assist you in that. COVID updates, guys. Thankfully, that's the last topic I want to talk about is the COVID updates. Yeah, thankfully Ireland is moving into the phase 2, and we are doing, as a nation, we're doing extremely well, and people are responsible. And soon, Taoiseach or the Prime Minister expect that we will be moving from phase 2 to phase 3 in next few weeks. So let's hope the biggest thing is from next week, Emirates is actually resuming its flights from Dubai to Dublin, which is another good news, because there's so many people who want to travel and they're stuck in different countries. Yes, Emirates is actually planning to reopen its flights from next week. So, guys, I hope I've answered all your queries. If you have more questions like this, we'll sit down every week and go through our live session. Thanks for joining me today. Until next time, SREE signing off. Bye. Thank you.